Have you ever wondered about the ancient civilizations that once ruled Central America? Today, we dive into the history of Belize, starting with the remarkable Mayan civilization. Around 1500 BC, the dense jungles of what we now know as Belize became the cradle of an advanced society, the Mayans. These people were not just survivors, but innovators and visionaries, shaping the land around them and imprinting their culture onto the very fabric of time. The Mayans were astronomers, mathematicians, and architects of monumental scale. They built colossal pyramids, palaces, and ceremonial sites, some of which still tower over the Belizean landscape today. Places like Sunantunich, Caracol, and Altunha stand as testament to their architectural prowess and their deep understanding of the cosmos. What's more, the Mayan civilization was a complex, hierarchical society. It was ruled by kings and priests who were thought to communicate with the gods. Their intricate system of writing, one of the few fully developed languages in the world's history, allowed them to record their history, beliefs, and knowledge in detailed hieroglyphs. But the Mayans were not only about grandeur and complexity. They were also farmers and traders, cultivating vast fields of maize, beans, squash, and chili peppers. They developed an extensive trade network, exchanging goods like obsidian, jade, and feathers with distant communities. Around 900 AD, however, the Mayan civilization began to decline. Cities were abandoned and the once thriving society crumbled. The reasons for this downfall remain a mystery, but theories range from overpopulation and warfare to environmental disasters and drought. Despite their decline, the Mayans didn't disappear. Their descendants still live in Belize today, preserving many of their ancestral traditions. From the food they eat to the languages they speak, the spirit of the Mayans endures. The Mayans left an indelible mark on Belize, and their influence is still felt today. As the Mayan civilization waned, a new era dawned with the arrival of European explorers. The 15th century marked a significant turning point in the history of Central America. Christopher Columbus, the famed Italian explorer, sailed across the Atlantic under the Spanish flag, seeking a new route to the East Indies. Instead, he stumbled upon a vibrant, uncharted world that would later be known as the Americas. The first Europeans to set foot in Belize were probably shipwrecked English seafarers in 1638. Over the next century, more English settlers arrived, attracted by the valuable logwood and mahogany forests. The Spanish, who claimed the region as part of their vast New World empire, frequently clashed with these British interlopers. However, despite numerous battles, the British held on to their foothold in Belize. By the late 17th century, the settlement of Belize City had been established by these British settlers. Positioned strategically on the mouth of the Belize River, the city became a bustling hub for the region's lucrative timber trade. It was from here that the British would administer their colony for the next 200 years. This period of colonization was not without conflict. There were constant territorial disputes with neighboring Spanish and later Mexican and Guatemalan authorities. The indigenous Maya communities, too, resisted the colonization, leading to a series of bloody conflicts known as the Caste Wars in the mid-19th century. The legacy of this era is deeply etched into the fabric of Belize. The English language, British legal systems, and even the design of Belize City itself, with its colonial-era architecture, are all reminders of the British influence. At the same time, the indigenous cultures, African influences from enslaved people brought to work in the timber industry, and later influxes of immigrants from Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, all added to the melting pot. The era of colonization significantly shaped the country's identity, making Belize a unique blend of cultures. The 20th century brought significant changes to Belize, including the long-awaited independence. As we journey into the 20th century, Belize, known at the time as British Honduras, was undergoing a transformative period. In 1862, the region was officially declared a British Crown colony. This designation brought about changes in the administrative, legal, and even the educational systems, as the British influence became more pronounced. However, as the years rolled by, the winds of change started to blow. The early 20th century marked the beginning of the nationalist movement in Belize. This period was characterized by a growing sense of Belizean identity and a strong desire to shake off the yoke of colonial rule. Belizeans, driven by a yearning for self-determination, began to rally around leaders who championed the cause of independence. One such figure was George Price, who later became known as the Father of the Nation. Price and his colleagues formed the People's United Party in 1950, a political group that played a pivotal role in the push for independence. The road to independence, however, was not without its challenges. There were political hurdles to overcome, territorial disputes with neighboring Guatemala to resolve, and a population to convince that independence was in their best interest. Yet, Belizeans remained undeterred. The desire for freedom and sovereignty was too potent to ignore. After years of negotiations, protests, and struggles, on September 21, 1981, Belize finally achieved its independence. It was a momentous occasion, marked by joyous celebrations across the country. The Union Jack was lowered, and the newly designed Belizean flag was hoisted in its place, symbolizing a new era of self-governance and autonomy. With independence, Belize began to forge its own path on the world stage. It was a journey that had taken centuries, but the resilient people of Belize had finally realized their dream. From ancient Mayan civilization to British colony, and eventually an independent nation, Belize's story is a testament to the enduring spirit of its people, their culture, and their unyielding pursuit of independence. With independence, Belize began to forge its own path on the world stage. Today, Belize is a vibrant, culturally diverse nation, a testament to its rich history. A melting pot of cultures, Belize's demographic makeup is as varied as its lush landscapes. Each group has contributed to the distinct cultural tapestry that makes Belize the unique country it is today. The ancient Mayans, the original inhabitants of Belize, left an indelible mark on the country. Their intricate temples and pyramids, scattered across the land, tell a story of a sophisticated civilization that once thrived here. Even today, their influence can be seen in the local languages, traditional foods, and the spiritual beliefs of the Belizean people. The British, Belize's colonial rulers, also left their imprint on the country. English remains the official language, a rarity in Central America. The British system of education, governance, and law still forms the backbone of Belize's institutions. With the arrival of the Garifuna people in the early 19th century, Belize's cultural landscape was further enriched. The Garifuna, descendants of African slaves and indigenous Caribs, brought with them their pulsating drum rhythms, vibrant dance forms, and a unique language. Today, the Garifuna culture is celebrated as a vital part of Belize's national identity. The Mestizo community, a blend of indigenous and Spanish cultures, adds to the cultural tapestry with their rich traditions, folklore, and cuisine. Other ethnic groups, including the Creoles, Maya, East Indians, and Mennonites, each contribute their unique customs and traditions to the cultural mix. Belize's commitment to environmental conservation is another facet of its national identity. The country is home to the second-largest barrier reef in the world and numerous protected rainforests, making it a haven for nature enthusiasts and eco-tourists. The thriving tourism industry, with its focus on sustainable practices, reflects Belize's dedication to preserving its natural and cultural heritage for future generations. Belize's journey from an ancient civilization to a modern, diverse nation is a fascinating tale of resilience and transformation. A vibrant testament to its past, Belize continues to celebrate its cultural diversity while forging a path towards a sustainable future. Let's summarize the intriguing journey we just embarked on. Our adventure started with the ancient Mayan civilization, a culture that thrived in Belize long before the arrival of Europeans. These gifted people engineered grand cities like Sunantunich, Caracol, and Altanha, leaving an indelible mark on the land. Their advanced understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and architecture still astounds scholars today. Then, we ventured into the age of exploration and colonization, a period marked by the arrival of the Spanish and later the British. The Spanish first landed in the 16th century, but it was the British who eventually established a colony in the 17th century, attracted by the valuable logwood and mahogany forests. They named it British Honduras, a name that would stay until the late 20th century. our journey continued on the road to independence. The struggle for self-governance was a long and arduous one, filled with both peaceful negotiations and public demonstrations. Finally, on September 21st, 1981, Belize gained full sovereignty, asserting its place on the world stage. Then we delved into the cultural melting pot that is modern Belize. Today, this vibrant nation is a mosaic of different cultures, each contributing to the country's unique identity. From the Afro-Caribbean and Garifuna communities, with their lively music, dance, and rich culinary traditions, to the mestizos, Creoles, Mayas, and others, each group adds a distinct flavor to Belize's cultural tapestry. So there you have it, a quick recap of Belize's fascinating history. From the ancient Mayans who built grand civilizations, through the European colonizers who left their own imprint, to the resilient Belizeans who fought for independence, and the diverse cultural groups that shape its present, Belize's history is indeed a captivating saga. From the ancient Mayans to the present day, Belize's history is a captivating saga of endurance, diversity, and growth.